What is going on, everybody? It is 7:44 here in Florida, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for probably about an hour. It's probably going to be an hour live stream tonight. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff to talk about, right? We got the Lego Skywalker Saga, which we'll discuss. We also have some single-player Squadrons footage that we were shown earlier today. I was watching it live. Got me pumped. And I gotta tell you, to be honest here, man. And Swishfish, thank you so much, man. Give me one second. You guys know that I've only played like 3 Lego video games in my entire life, right? They're not my cup of tea. I suck at them really, really bad. But B, they're a lot of fun to play on the couch with people, right? They're great, like, co-op couch multiplayer games. So I planned on getting Skywalker Saga. I've only played Lego Force Awakens, Lego Complete Saga, and the Marvel superhero Lego game. I think those are the only ones that I've ever played, and definitely I've never beat a single one of those. So I wasn't that excited for the Skywalker Saga game. Just because, you know, it's never been my huge cup of tea. I was planning on getting it because it would be a fun thing to stream, right? The trailer, I don't know about you guys. The trailer completely changed that. The music, which we've heard before, running through the entire saga, the first person pod racing, the Hoth battle. I mean, it's so yeah, it looks great, man. It absolutely looks great. I'm actually really surprised by how much I am looking forward to the Lego Skywalker Saga. I didn't expect to really be this pumped for it, and the trailer definitely sealed the deal. It's a trailer, but it looks fun, right? Looks super fun. Anyway, let's discuss. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Lego Skywalker Saga. Star Wars Squadrons. Go Empire. What's up, guys? Swishfish coming in with the first super chat and channel support of the stream. Mr. Swish says, I am so bloomin' pumped for Lego Skywalker Saga. Like I legit have been excited for months, and this trailer was actual fire, dude. Yeah, it's so exactly what I just said, man. The trailer is what sealed the deal for me. The music, just running through the entire saga, like I said, the kind of first-person elements. Oh, one sec.
As a bit of a rogue one, you could say the single trailer has me excited. Hope they have a well-story written. Multiplayer will be great. Just hope they unflip single player.
Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Extremely generous this evening, man. I greatly appreciate that. As well as Cap Coldblood. Good to see you, Mr. Cap. Give me one sec, gents. Yeah, so Swish, the trailer sealed the deal for me. Like I said, I've never been that into Lego games, you know. I'll play them from time to time, and usually it's just when, you know, my nephew comes over and we'll play a Lego Marvel game or something like that, right? But seeing all the beats in the entire saga in Lego form, and these new, like, first-person mechanics that we're going to be playing, just, it looks so great. It looks great, man. And I am looking forward to it, to tell you the truth, way more than I was prior to seeing this trailer. But anyway, let me take a quick sip of the old coffee. I'm glad you are super pumped, Mr. Swish. I'm sure you are definitely not the only one, man. I feel like a lot of people are more excited for, like, the new Lego game than even Squadrons. That's kind of the vibe that I don't know about you guys. I wish I could throw up a poll in the chat, but the vibe that I've got, like, across Twitter and stuff like that, that seems to be the case from my eyes and ears, at least. But anyway, I appreciate it, man. And Mr. Cap Coldblood, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I hope you are doing well, Mr. Cap. Cap says, where did it go? Cap says, I'm most excited that Matthew Mercer is returning to voice Luke Skywalker. He did a great job in Battlefront 2, and one of my favorite voice actors of all time. Nice. I actually just Googled him. I recognize him. I'm not fully familiar with a lot of voice acting work. That is like an avenue that I've never really explored that much, to tell you the truth. So Matt Mercer did use. Oh wow, I wonder if most voice actors have this many credits. 395 credits as a voice actor. That's a lot. A talented dude he is, for sure. Just judging by the immense variety of what I'm looking at right now in his credits and the abundance of these credits. This is crazy. That is awesome, man. So Cap, what I like to do, and maybe I'm the only one that does this, maybe there's other people that do this out there too, but whenever I learn a new name, this is not a new name. I've heard the name before, seen the guy, recognize the guy. Don't know anything about him. I don't really know his history. He's been doing voice work for a long time, it looks like. But one of the things that I really, really like to do, Cap, whenever I somebody like this, for example, I like to Google his name and then interview. Matthew Mercer, interview. And I see there's a bunch of videos where people are interviewing him. This is what I like to do when I find a new name, new person of interest, somebody that, a lot of people recommend, or somebody that, is in the public eye. I always like to listen to interviews of them. So I will be going down a rabbit hole of Matthew Mercer interviews for sure. But that's cool, man. That's cool. That's like a little nugget of something that you're looking forward to in the game. That's a little deeper than just, oh man, it looks awesome, right? But Cap, I'm glad you got that little gem going for you, and I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate it. Oh, Cap's coming in with another one. Cap says Mercer is best known as the dungeon master for Critical Role, the biggest D&D campaign ever seen. He's one of the kindest, most honest people ever. Well, that's nice to hear. Yeah, it's always. Let's look this up. Critical Role D&D campaign. Critical Role television. Oh, interesting. Professional voice actors play Dungeons and Dragons. The show started streaming. I've never heard of this. That's a really fun concept, man. Interesting. I wish. Again, that's another world that I've never really explored that much. I've played D&D maybe 3 times in my entire life, and that was back in like high school. My buddies, I had a buddy that was really into it. We played it occasionally here and there. Didn't really play it. We kind of bullshitted around and didn't really take it that serious. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to checking out these interviews, man. And it's always nice, like, when an actor or somebody that you admire or that you've been listening to or watching or reading for a long time, to hear that about them, or to have somebody that admires them say that about them is always a good sign for sure. But anyway, Cap, hope you're doing well, man. Cheers. Let me take a sip of the old coffee, but I appreciate that. About the only tabletop stuff I've ever played is like back in the day, a board game named Talisman. It's called Talisman, and that was like my favorite board game growing up. Haven't played it since I was like 12, but it ruled. I'm sure they might even be updating it still. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate that, Cap. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the channel support this evening as well. Vince says, how's it going as a bit of a loner, a Rogue One, you could say. The single player trailer has me excited. Hope they have a worthwhile story written. Multiplayer will be great, just hope they aren't flippant with single player. Yeah, I might be, to tell you the truth, a little more excited as of right now for the single player campaign. I plan, as of right now, this could change as soon as I install the game and fire it up. But as of right now, I plan on playing the entirety of the single player campaign before I jump into multiplayer. I really want to go through the motions of both kind of faction stories, you know. And as you said, I hope they aren't too flippant. But by flippant, I mean like too short, too simple, not much meat on the bones, right? Because I and so many other people are really, really looking forward to a kind of a single player Star Wars first person flight sim, right? I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope there's some depth there. I hope it's not just like a series of flight missions, which probably will be, but I hope there's a lot of depth there. Who knows? I don't know. Man. I keep saying that I'm more excited for the single player campaign, and I think that's true as of right now. I can't wait to just jump in and go through the motions. It's almost like Vince. It's almost like I like to play Call of Duty games, really only for the single player campaign. I mean, the multiplayer is fun from time to time. You know, if I'm looking for just a super arcadey, running and gunning, not much to it. You know, not complicated, not realistic. You know, everybody's a bullet sponge. If I'm looking for something like that, I enjoy it from time to time. But I play Call of Duty for the single player, epic cinematic gameplay. And I'm hoping Squadrons has that epic cinematic gameplay. Because I don't know how much, as excited as I am for the single or the multiplayer stuff, as kind of dream-like it sounds to me, you know, I don't know how often I will play it. I'm kind of concerned that I'm not going to play the multiplayer that often. Just because, and I never really played the flying mechanics in Battlefront 2, granted. This looks way more up my alley, more realistic, more heavy on the controls, more customization, definitely geared towards a more realistic experience, I guess, than the arcadey flying mechanics of Battlefront 2. But a part of me is still a little concerned that I might not play the multiplayer that much. We'll see, though. We'll see. But as of right now, Vince, it is my goal to beat the single-player campaign through and through until I even step a single toenail into the waters of multiplayer Squadrons. But yeah, man, we shall see. Yummy, yummy. Always gotta have the coffee. This live stream is sponsored by Black Coffee. Who makes it? Who knows? Andrew Harris, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. Andrew says, I played Lego Star Wars growing up. It is so nostalgic. Currently drinking a great cocktail. May take a hike soon. Peace and love. HelloGreedo. Andrew, you are not alone. I have heard from a surprisingly large amount of people. And by surprisingly large, I mean like maybe 6 people in this channel's existence on live streams. They have told me that their introduction to Star Wars was the Lego Star Wars games. And that's kind of crazy to me. I love how there are so many various entry points to the saga, you know? You can watch the prequels first, you can watch the original trilogy first, you can watch the cartoons first, you can play a video game first, you can read a book first. There's so many, points of entry into the saga, and to know that so many people that I've encountered through these live streams had their first experience with Star Wars through Lego games is just, I don't know, it's kind of a cool cool thing. It's awesome that you have the nostalgia for it. I don't have any nostalgia for any Lego games. When was the first one that came out, Andrew? Let's not just Star Wars. Lego video games. What was the first one? Let's see. How old do they go? Okay, well, yeah, you have these kind of things like Lego chess. All right, I'm not counting that. Even though that actually looks pretty fucking cool. Lego Racers, Lego Rock Raiders. When did they get into the Lego? I kind of remember Lego Racers, Lego Land. I vaguely remember some of these PC games just from the cover. Oh, wow. All right. I'm kind of getting hit with a little bit of nostalgia actually right now as I read this and say that I didn't have any nostalgia, Andrew. Lego. Okay, so what was the first, Knight's Kingdom, Lego Universe, Lego... licensed properties. Lego creator Harry Potter. Okay, so Lego Star Wars. The first Lego Star Wars, the video game, came out in 2005. I don't remember playing that at all. In 2005, I was 19. I had just graduated high school the year prior, and I didn't own a GameCube, a PS2, or an Xbox. I never owned any of those systems that it came out on. Interesting. So, anyway, enjoy the cocktail, man. Enjoy your hike. I went on my run this morning. It kicked my ass because when it's 5 in the morning, it is still super humid here in Florida. And I hate it. But gotta keep pushing, right? Enjoy it, man. And I appreciate that channel support this evening. There we go. I like this song. Relaxing. I don't know if you guys can really hear it. And Benjamin B, thank you so much for the channel support this evening as well. Ben says, here's the poster for my take on episode 9. Let me know what you think of the characters. Let me pull this up. That was weird. Oh, nice. Leet Dev. Here's the poster I was talking about for my 9 script. Nice. That's pretty well done. I like... Let's see. Ghosts of Malachor. Oh, you even threw in the Lucasfilm stuff down there. Nice. I dig it, man. I guess I'm trying to figure out where you got these pictures from. Some of them... Are these some of these behind the scenes pictures? Is the Daisy Ridley one like on the red carpet? Is the Oscar Isaac one from another movie? No, that looks sharp, man. I have seen, as you have, I'm sure, been, I have seen so many fan-created posters, and in terms of fan-created posters, this is pretty high on the list. I like it, man. The only thing, don't change it. Don't change it. The only thing that maybe, the thing is, I was gonna say the purple, but I like that purple. As I'm looking at that purple, where the stroke around Star Wars. As I'm looking at that, behind my computer monitor, my entire wall is glowing that color right now. Let me reply to your tweet with a picture of that. It's kind of funny. I was like, maybe change the purple. But my entire, my wall is glowing purple, so don't change it. Why isn't it popping up? Let me go back to it. Let me actually find your post here. Okay, got some Leet speak. Leet D3V. Cool. That's weird. I wonder why. Here, I'm gonna post this picture, man. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Is it gonna go through? Come on now. Is it gonna go through? Seriously? How is it? How is it like whenever I want to do something like post a picture or reply with a picture or render a video or work on a video, for whatever reason, like at that moment my computer shits the bed or my phone won't connect. Sorry guys. Anyway, I appreciate that, Ben. Keep it up, man. I dig it. 100% dig it. But yeah, Ben. Hope you're having a good evening. And if anybody wants, click on the link that Ben posted to check out his poster. Oh, I posted it twice. My bad, Ben. There we go. There's one. Nice. Purple everywhere. My room is aglow with the neon pink purple cyberpunk anticipation. And Boba Bricks, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this evening, man. I appreciate the patience, everybody. I am long-winded, as you guys know. Boba Brick says, while on D&D, have you seen Stranger Things? Yeah, I'm all caught up with Stranger Things. We watched it when it was coming out. You know, we kept up with it. Whenever the new season comes out, we're definitely gonna watch it. It's yeah, it's just a fun show that, I don't know, it's like a feel-good show for me and my wife. We like watching it. It can be super silly. My wife's favorite movie of all time is Stand By Me. You know, if you guys haven't seen Stand By Me, fantastic. Directed by Rob Reiner. Has a lot of familiar faces that you will recognize as kids. It was actually originally a Stephen King book, and my wife loves that movie, man. So, you know, she likes all those kind of movies, Goonies, Stand By Me, all that. So Stranger Things obviously takes a lot of inspiration from that era of movies, and who doesn't love that, right? Who doesn't love that? But I'm having a hard time remembering what happens in each season. I definitely like the first season the best, as is the case with a lot of those kind of shows where, I don't know, there's something special about the first season of Stranger Things that I think the most recent one was like an underground Russian bunker, right? I thought that was a lot of fun too. With Ethan Hawke's daughter is like an ice cream. She works in an ice cream place with that guy. I can't remember characters' names. I thought that season was a lot of fun too. Different, you know, took it in a weird, different direction. And I think for the show to continue kind of having the punch that it does, it needs to do that. It needs to have this super weird seasons that come after super weird seasons, right? But yeah, man, I dig it. It's kind of crazy how it became like a huge phenomenon, right? But anyway, I appreciate it, man. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support. I want both, but my income tells me to pick one. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm assuming Lego Star Wars is going to be $60, right? Squadrons is going to be $40. I don't know if that is an indication of how of a short single player campaign, which I think even if it was 60 is probably going to be a short single player game. I'm not privy to any information. I have no idea. But, yeah, man, which one? It all depends, I guess, what your gameplay style is. Like, if I was gonna choose between the two, if I was more, I would probably choose Squadrons just from my perspective. That's more my style of gameplay. You know, heavy on the multiplayer mechanics. Probably is what I would pick. That being said, if I was more into like single player console, sitting on the couch gaming, I think I would go with the Skywalker Saga, to tell you the truth, if that was more my style of gameplay. And if is Lego Skywalker Saga online multiplayer? I don't know if it is. I don't even know if that information's out yet. Or if it's going to be, I have no idea, but trust in the Force, Oscar? Oh, that's the cheesiest damn thing that I've ever said. But Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Yaddle. I saw Yaddle. It's funny. And Swishfish, thank you so much once again, man. Swish says, ooh, Call of Duty thoughts on the new Cold War one. When it was first announced, when was that? They posted an image, like a week ago? Black Ops Cold War, right? It was I feel like it was a week ago. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. I instantly loved the idea. The little cinematic teaser that they showed today was great. Yeah, so as I said at the beginning of the stream, man, I don't play Call of Duty games for the multiplayer. It's not my style of multiplayer. You know, if I'm going to play a first-person multiplayer shooter, I would rather play something like Postscriptum, you know, something a little more, I don't know, realistic, I guess, more tactical, more team oriented. Call of Duty multiplayer games have never, like, the multiplayer aspect hasn't appealed to me in a very long time. I used to play the original multiplayer all the time, like the original Call of Duty World War II that came out, in the early 2000s? I can't even remember. I used to play that multiplayer all the time. But it's been a long time since I fired up Call of Duty multiplayer. So, yeah, looking forward to the Cold War one. They can get weird with it. They can get conspiratorial with it. They can take a lot of creative liberties with history. And I think there's some fun shit that they could explore and do in that kind of era, you know. Yeah. I like when Call of Duty doesn't do like modern or futuristic stuff. I like shooters that take a historic approach, you know. But that's just me. But anyway, I appreciate it, Swish. I'll definitely be picking that up just for the single player, to tell you the truth. And I'm sure I'll play the multiplayer here and there, but yeah, my buddies are all kind of the same. Like, we don't really get into Call of Duty multiplayer. The closest thing to it, I guess, would be Battlefield. And we rarely play those. If we're going to play a shooter game together, it's usually something a little different. But anyway, I appreciate it, man. Let's see. And Mr. Cap Coldblood, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Cap says, I'm curious if there's a lot of other people, Cap, that have this opinion. Cap says, I can't support Squadrons. First person only sucks. I'm sure we've talked about this before. I actually love the fact that it's first person only. I understand why a lot of people probably, want that. Don't get me wrong. It is way easier to fly games that have a third person perspective, right? If you're going to play like Microsoft Flight Simulator, it is way easier to fly third person than it is in that cockpit, right? There's no question about it. It's just easier. That being said, I kind of love that it is locked first person, because it's like an even playing field that I don't want an arcadey experience, and it really appeals to me in that sense of like well, I guess look at like I was just saying, Call of Duty versus something like Postscriptum, right? I love Postscriptum. It's a World War II strategy heavy, squad heavy game. Basically one shot, one kill, super difficult, high learning curve. I would rather play that than a Call of Duty. Now, a third person arcadey flight sim set in the Star Wars universe, like a Battlefront 2, right? Battlefront 2 flying mechanics, to me, are more like a Call of Duty. And a first person locked in flight sim Star Wars Squadrons is more like a Postscriptum, right? So it definitely appeals to that side of my my style of gameplay, But yeah, that's a huge bummer. Maybe you'll be able to play it at a buddy's house or something like that, or look at some reviews and maybe you'll change your tune. Not saying you need to or that I want you to, but maybe in the future, maybe it'll be on sale for like $5 and you'll be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. What have I been missing out on? No, I feel you. I can get into your head and see why you would think that and have that opinion. But for me, I actually really like it. When they first announced that it was first person only, I was like, check, I'm in 100%. Awesome. I didn't even hesitate to even think or want third person. But anyway, I appreciate it, Cap. Oh, coffee. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Is the mojito video on YouTube? Couldn't find it. If you have the link handy, might snag that recipe for this weekend. Vince, it's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube, but if you Let me see how far you have to scroll back on my Instagram to find it. And if anybody doesn't follow me on Instagram watching this live stream, this is my chance to plug my Instagram that I don't post on very often. The last time I posted was August 14th. It's a picture of me and my daughter running on a baseball diamond. Gotta love it. I posted the mojito. Oh, wow. It's newer than I thought. I posted the mojito video in April, and it's literally like if you have a large phone, you can see my most recent picture, and then at the bottom, you can see my mojito video. If you see a picture of me kayaking, to the right of that is the mojito video. Why am I saying this, Vince? Why don't I just find the goddamn thing for you? Okay, let me find it for you. Well, I can't. Oh, here you go. I don't know if this will work. There's the video, Vince. I just
Pint glass, half a lime,
oh, here it is.
coconut rum, 6 mint leaves, and simple syrup. Club soda. Take the limes
There you
and
go.
take the mint.
All right, I just posted it up, man. But yeah, if you want to go on my Instagram and find it yourself, feel free. It's delicious. We grow our own mint. It is a very refreshing drink, and when you have it, you'll be like, why does anybody drink anything else? Yeah, but anyway, I appreciate that, man. When you make it, let me know what you think, for sure. Andrew Harris, thank you so much for the channel support. I greatly appreciate that. This is a question that I could talk about all night. I will attempt to keep it brief. Andrew says, favorite part about being in the Navy. So the thing that I miss the most are the guys, the people that I worked with. You know, my favorite memories are from deployment. Literally being, I was with a helicopter detachment. There were about, I would say 25, 30 of us in the detachment. And you know, it's all like maintainers, aircraft mechanics, and then some pilots, basically. That's in the detachment. Night shift, day shift, all different walks of life. People from all different walks of life, man. And it was such like a cultural blender. And that's what I really loved about it. Like having that, as I've said, like the deepest conversations I've ever had were on that boat. The hardest I've ever laughed was on that boat. You know, when you're floating out there with your crew for 6 months to a year, you know, I don't know what deployments are up to now. When you're, oh, one sec. When you're floating out there like that, it becomes a family, you know. No topic is off limits. Everybody's talking, like all the topics that you're not supposed to talk about. Oh, one sec. Oh, I like how the robot said Duval. Duval indeed, Chris. I'm not going to yell Duval right now, Chris, because my wife is trying to put my daughter down to sleep in the room next door. But I appreciate that, man. Give me one sec. So yeah, Andrew, the thing that my favorite part was the people that I served with. I miss the conversations. I miss the camaraderie. You know, there's nothing like it. And yeah, it's been almost 10 years since I got out. It's hard to believe. And I think about them every day. I think about that experience every day. And I miss it greatly. Yeah, another thing, just the adventure of it, you know, being out. I mean, when you're on shore duty and when you're not deployed, it's like any other job, right? You show up super early, you leave, you go home. It's a normal job. And then when you go on deployment, it's different. It's an adventure. You make the most of it. But yeah, man. Yeah, definitely the people. Love it. But anyway, I appreciate that, Andrew. Oh, and Andrew Harris, once again, man, thoughts on the movie E.T.? Yeah, E.T., so there's a long list of movies that I'm super excited to show my daughter, and E.T. is very high on that list. It is, I don't know. Like, I'm curious what age I should show it to her. Because I think at the beginning, it can be a little freaky for kids, right? Then again, I watched it when I was like super little. I watched the first Alien when I was like 7 years old. Nothing was off limits, and I never remember being scared by movies. So, I don't know. But yeah, I love it, man. It's been a long time since I watched it. It's just a really great, charming 80s movie about a boy and his alien. And it's whenever I think about movies like E.T., that old phrase, they don't make them like they used to, comes up in my brain. And that's probably just a stupid, like, in the good old days, what people used to, say all the time, the good old days. Stupid. You're living in the good old days, dummy. But I feel like there was like a certain charm to that movie that is kind of missing in a lot of movies nowadays. They don't make a lot of stuff like that now. Yeah, E.T.'s great. E.T. is great. I'm glad there was never a sequel. Was there a sequel? Oh, as that came out of my mouth, I was like, maybe there's a sequel I don't know about. E.T. sequel. No, there's no sequel. Okay. Awesome. Good. There's certain movies that should never have a sequel. And then there's also certain movies that should never have a reboot or a remake or a modern sequel. Like Back to the Future, right? Never make a Back to the Future 4. Please don't. Never make a Back to the Future reboot. I will probably get super excited for it, and then as soon as I step into the theater, I'll be like, oh, this is a horrible idea. Oh, one sec.
Have you seen his latest? His monkey lizards unboxing fix. HD is number one salacious rum.
Are you Salacious Rum, Wooster?
More people should subscribe.
Wooster Source, thank you. Or should I say Salacious Rum? Wooster, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. But yeah, Andrew. There's an article right here called "Why the E.T. Sequel Never Happened" from Screen Rant, and this has piqued my interest. I'm gonna read it. It's very short, so it's probably not much substance to it, but yeah, I'll check this out. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Oscar says, interested in the Dark Tower books. That's Stephen King, right? That's my yeah, Stephen King. But what? Oh, the movie came up. Books. Yeah, Stephen King. So, I don't really know anything about him, to tell you the truth. Let me, Oscar, incorporating themes, multiple genres, dark fantasy, science, fantasy, horror, and western. It describes a gunslinger in his quest toward a tower, the nature of which is both physical and metaphorical. The series, blah, 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 blah. So first of all, I've actually never read a Stephen King book, ever, Oscar. I feel like every Halloween, I get into this like, yeah, it's time to read a Stephen King book, man. And I never do. In terms of like wanting to read a Stephen King book, The Dark Tower, that series isn't on my list really, just because when I think of Stephen King, I would probably want to read something that is just, I don't know. This is coming from a dummy who knows nothing about Stephen King books other than the couple movies that I've seen. I would probably want to read like It or something like that above The Dark Tower. Oh, one sec. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure I would get into it. But I've never given it a chance. I don't really know much about it. I see that there's like, oh my God, there's like 10 books in the series. He is a machine. Stephen King is a machine, man. He must just like sit at his... He probably writes on a typewriter still, right? He probably plops down at his typewriter at like 6 in the morning, writes until 8 at night, just nonstop smoking cigarettes, popping at his typewriter. You got to do that to write all these damn books. It's crazy, man. Is he the most prolific writer? Oh, no, I think that title goes to the Scientology guy, right? Who has written the most books? Let's see. L. Ron Hubbard, yeah. The most published works... I bet they're wonderful. I bet they're fantastic books, too. L. Ron Hubbard, the most published works by one author is 1,084. Oh, I bet they're all fantastic. Whose first work was published in 1934 and his last in March 2006? What? He lived that long? How many books... This is still a Lego Star Wars and Star Wars Squadrons live stream. I'm just kidding. You guys know how my streams go. I love it. How many books has Stephen King written? At least 87. Okay, so come on, man. You got a lot to catch up with old L. Ron Hubbard. But anyway, Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. All other 1,000 were sci-fi bullshit, but this one is scripture. There you go. Yeah. Oh, the guy who wrote 1,000 science fiction books. He's the guy who created a religion. I'll believe it. Oh, wonderful. Oh, great. And decaf coffee. Thank you so much. Let me. So I got decaf coffee, Chris Salvador, Caleb, and Worcester sauce. I appreciate it, guys, and I appreciate the patience. Decaf Coffee says, I've been subscribed for a few years now. I usually just lurk. I love your channel, and I really enjoy your snarky humor. Oh, is it snarky? Ah, shit. It's nice having someone who takes jabs at the crazies in the fandom. I appreciate that, man, yeah. It's not... I've always described it as... I don't poke fun of people. I poke fun of practices, right? I poke fun of broad practices. And sometimes people think that I'm talking about them, or sometimes viewers of other people think that I'm talking about the people that they're viewing. You know what I mean? And no, I'm just casting a wide net, trying to scoop up whatever bullshit, quote unquote rumors or whatever bullshit, like make 500 videos about some nonsense topic. Like, I know, we all know the purveyors of bullshit out there. I make fun of practices because I believe that it's important to kind of make fun of practices, right? When we all know what people are doing, we all know how the algorithm works, we all know how AdSense works. You try to get eyeballs and salacious headlines as much as you possibly can, and it's just gross. So I enjoy kind of taking the as the English would say, the piss out of some of the silliest shit that you see online, right? But lurking is fun. I appreciate you coming out of the shadows, Mr. Decaf. But yeah, I tried not to have any kind of vitriol, but when you see something that's really dumb and blatantly dumb, where people are willfully gullible and just try to pump out as much bullshit as they possibly can to get, them views, I would rather... I don't know. It gets tiring, man. It gets as I always say, Decaf, I've been in the Star Wars YouTube game for 9 years. I have seen thousands of rumors come and thousands of rumors go. People predicting when trailers are when they're gonna drop. People predicting new Star Wars projects that never come out, never even get announced. There's a lot of people online who are either gullible, think other people are gullible, or just don't give a shit, and they just kind of pump out a bunch of nonsense just to see what sticks on the wall, right? When you're uploading 10 videos a day, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is that your creative endeavor, or are you just trying to rack in some YouTube revenue? which fine, but you're kind of throwing like a monkey wrench. I don't know, man. It's stupid. That's what it boils down to. It's stupid. But I appreciate it, man. And thanks for subscribing all these years. I always say, like, it's cool because I don't put out very many videos. In fact, I've uploaded 2 videos in a month. Like, I don't make very many videos. But it's cool when people stick around and you know, watch and look forward to the silly stuff that I make. I rarely talk about topical stuff on this channel, which is funny to me. You know, I usually like talk about shit that happened in 1977 and ignore new news for whatever reason. But just to know that, you know, people kind of enjoy the stuff that I want to talk about is cool, right? But yeah, I would rather talk about, you know, the changes. I would rather talk about the 1977 reviews of the original Star Wars. I would rather talk about what people thought of the Clone Wars when it first aired in 2008. I would rather talk about all that kind of interesting stuff that, you know, takes a little internet mining and research to make videos on those subjects, rather than making like 50 videos on Kathleen Kennedy, right? It doesn't sound fun to me. Is it fun to anybody? I don't know how it could be. I guess it's fun for some people. I guess so. Sounds really fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. Chris Salvador, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Just passing through, saying hi with the live long and prosper there. And Duval, indeed. So I'm curious what the season's going to look like this year, man. Both in terms of the Jags and in terms of the NFL as a whole. They're probably crossing their fingers that things will kind of clear up and everything will be all right. That's not going to happen. But yeah, man. I'm assuming. Yeah. So I don't know if you know this or not. I had Jags season tickets from like 2006 to 2012. Something like that. And man, I used to go to games all the time, tailgate like crazy. It was a blast, absolute blast. But yeah, me and my buddies are into it, man. It's a good time. And hopefully there will be a home game. Probably not. But it's probably this season for home games and people attending is probably a wash, right? I would think. But yeah, anyway, Duval, indeed. Oh, I think, Chris, I think I heard that, or maybe my wife told me this, but I heard that they're going to play a season. They're going to play the season, but there's not going to be a crowd, there's not going to be mascots, and there's not going to be cheerleaders. I think that's what I heard. If that's the case, I mean, as long as I can watch it on TV, right? I got to the point where it was super fun to go to games. It always is. But it came to a point where I just kind of like really enjoyed watching it at home instead. There's, you know, I got this big TV. There's like a dozen cameras that are like perfectly showing me the game. I don't have to be at like the 20-yard line, the home 20-yard line, and look down at the other 20-yard line to see what's happening. There's something nice about watching football on TV. It's fun going, maybe one game a season. But I'm to the point where I just want to watch it on TV, on the couch, with some boiled peanuts. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in life. But I appreciate it, Chris. Duval, indeed. And Caleb Kemp, thank you so much for the channel support as well, man. Hello there, S&M 2 releases tomorrow. I really love the trailer for LEGO Star Wars. Can't wait for its release. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so Metallica S&M 2 comes out tomorrow. You guys, maybe you've been in a previous stream recently. I did not know that this existed. Yeah, I used to watch the original Metallica S&M on VHS all the time in '99. So to find out, like, what, 2 weeks ago, Caleb, that a new one was coming out, actually got me pretty excited. So it releases tomorrow. maybe I'll probably end up watching it on Monday. I'll do a little afternoon workout and I'll pop it on the TV. That'll be my goal. That's perfect. Little rock. Little something to listen to, something to watch while I'm working out. That's perfect. I'm going to do that, Caleb. I'm going to do that. But yeah, the Lego trailer actually sealed the deal for me, man. Like, I'm not the biggest Lego gamer. I've played a couple of them, right? And before this trailer, you know, I was probably going to get it. I wasn't super looking forward to it, though. But after this trailer, seeing, like, the first-person mechanics of certain levels, just see the music overlaid on the trailer, it really did seal the deal for me, man. It got me way more excited than I was prior to this trailer coming out. But, yeah, man, I'm assuming you're going to watch S&M 2 tomorrow. Let me know what you think. I'll probably have to save it till Monday. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man. I appreciate it. And Wooster Source, thank you so much for the channel support. Wooster Source says, HG, you were very funny on the Salacious Rum Ape Team vid. Have you seen his latest? He has Monkey Lizards unboxing figs. HG is number 1. Salacious Rum is number 2. Star Wars Comedy Channel. More people should subscribe. Yeah, it's kind of funny, Wooster. You brought it to my attention last stream. Salacious Rum, you were like, oh, cool collaboration or something like that. And I was like, collaboration? I haven't collaborated with a channel in like a year or two. And then I went and checked it out. And I was like, oh, man, I remember this. Salacious Rum actually super chatted a long time ago, I feel like, maybe months ago, and told me to read something. And I read it. And he recorded it and he used it in a video with other people that he did that with. And it's really goofy. And I liked it. It's definitely goofy. I have not seen his latest one. But, yeah, I was curious what it was going to be when I started watching it, man. I thought maybe he, like, took audio from all my videos and made me say certain things that I never said. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, no, what am I walking into? But yeah, it was funny. It was pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, man. Are you Salacious Rum, Wooster? Are you the double agent? Are you Salacious Rum? I'm looking in the chat. I don't see. I don't see you in the chat. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. Anyway. I appreciate that, Wooster. I'll definitely check out the latest from Mr. Salacious Rum. Let's talk about food again. All right. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Vince says, foodie stream right quick. Publix turkey Reuben is really friggin' good. Never had the Publix turkey Reuben. That's, you know, I've been living in Florida since 99, or 98 or 99. Yeah, something like that. And, can you believe that I haven't tried every single damn sandwich that Publix has? I mean, when you live like 3 miles away from 3 Publixes, you would think that I would have tried all of their subs and sandwiches, right? But no. I do this with every restaurant or something, Vince. I find something that I like and I just order the same thing every single time. So, all right. Turkey Reuben, never had it. I'll give it a shot. I believe they have a cheesesteak, too, that I've never tried that I've always wanted to. My go-to, Vince, for the past 5 years is if I'm just looking to completely indulge, destroy my body for the evening, I will go with a Publix chicken tender sub. Chicken tender sub, you all might be saying. Yes, chicken tender sub. If you've never had a Publix chicken tender sub, or Publix chicken tenders, or Publix wings, or Publix fried chicken, it is... Grocery store chicken is better than any damn chicken you've ever had. Maybe that's a stretch. But it is so good, dude. Publix chicken tender sub. Heaps of mayonnaise. ton of spicy mustard, banana peppers on that thing, spinach on that thing, tomatoes on that thing, and then chicken tenders. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And my old go-to before those 5 years was a Publix Ultimate sub. Just, you know, it's kind of throw everything on there. It's delicious. It's great. All right, next time I'll do the turkey Reuben. I'll have to do that. What was I gonna? There's a sauce from Boar's Head. Boar's Head peppercorn mayo? Is it peppercorn mayo? Yeah. So, Vince, next time you are at Publix, check your local Publix. It's usually in the deli. You know, they have that end cap of Boar's Head gourmet sauces or whatever. Check that and see if you see the Pepper House gourmets. It is delicious, man. And my local Publix doesn't have it anymore. They haven't had it for, I'm thinking like a year. I haven't seen it in a Publix in like a year. And trust me, I look. It's the Boar's Head. It's Boar's Head real mayonnaise with a touch of Boar's Head deli mustard and a house blend of black, white, pink, and green peppercorns. It is. I really like very peppery stuff, and it is so damn good, man. It is too good. When I used to buy it, this is now a food stream, by the way. When I used to buy it and I was like cooking dinner, I would just like grab a sleeve of Ritz crackers and squirt some pepper gourmets on Ritz crackers as I'm cooking dinner, just munching on it because it's that good. I love it. I love a good sauce. But anyway, Vince, I'll try that next time. Next time we have some pub subs. I'll try that. Next time we go to the beach. Beach and pub subs kind of go hand in hand, right? But anyway, man. I appreciate that. And Mr. Decaf Coffee, once again, thank you so much for the channel support. I meant the Crazies as a whole. Naming them is a waste of time, absolutely. I still love Mecha Luke and the Alex Jones parody, even though I hate him. Yeah, it's weird. I don't like people like that. So sure of themselves and that like believe every little dribble of bullshit that drips from their lips, right? Fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. I do not understand the following that somebody like that has. I don't understand it. I mean, everybody is, I don't know, everybody thinks there's mystery and everything. Maybe there is a little hint of it, but that guy is the perfect example of what's wrong with discourse on the internet, or believability of things on the internet, you know? Yeah, fuck that guy. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun goofing on shit, right? It's fun goofing on goofy shit. It is. But yeah, Decaf, I've had a lot of people, a lot of people. Stuart's like the biggest guy who wants me to make a Mecha Luke Part 2. That was a really fun video to make. And I'll eventually make another one. Yeah, eventually. I don't know when. I have, ideas written down. I actually have some things photoshopped and ready to go. Eventually I will do another Mecha Luke. I think my favorite part of Mecha Luke, man, was people would DM me screenshots of like Reddit threads or stuff like that were talking about my Mecha Luke video, and they were so pissed off, and it was like, does he really think this is what we wanted? No, you dummies. This is me making some stupid video where Luke is in a mech suit. Stop taking it so serious. Stop taking everything so serious. That just adds to the level of enjoyment for me when I see people taking things like that so serious. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. But anyway, Decaf, I appreciate it, man. I need to make more silly videos like that, though, right? For sure. But anyway, I appreciate that. Let's see. take a quick sip of the old cold coffee now. There we go. Dylan Block, thank you so much for coming in with the channel support this evening. Oh, we're over an hour now. The final super chat and channel support, Dylan. I appreciate it, man. Dylan says, it sounds like they hired new voice actors instead of ripping audio straight from the movies like they did for Lego Jurassic Park. Oh, I didn't know they actually did that, Dylan. I don't play very many Lego games. Yeah, the voice acting in this, from what we've heard from the trailer, Dylan, definitely it all sounds new. Cap Coldblood at the beginning said that one of the guys' names who does the voice of Luke in this game is Matthew Mercer. So yeah, it sounds like it's entirely voice acted. I didn't realize that they did that with the Lego Jurassic Park game. Interesting. Which that has to be a little difficult, right? Or maybe not, since you're going through the motions of the movie. You can make it fit. But this makes way more sense. Recording new lines of dialogue with voice actors for the entirety of a game. It'd be way more difficult to kind of piece together things, audio from the movie, to fit whatever goofy Lego stuff is going on screen, right? So, yeah, I'm assuming it's all voice acted by new or familiar voices that you might hear. I wonder if was Daisy Ridley the voice of Rey? It sounded a lot like. Now, I only watched this twice, and I'm going off what's in my brain right now. Was that Daisy Ridley's actual voice as Rey in the Lego trailer? It was. Okay. Yeah. So, great. Great. I heard you can start from any era in the game. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Voice land. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all, Iron. Yeah, that's awesome, Dylan. That's awesome. As I said at the beginning of the stream, man, I wasn't really looking forward to the game that much. I've never been a big Lego gamer. Oh, it was not, Daisy? Are you sure? If not, it's a really good impression. But yeah, I was definitely way more excited for Squadrons. Like Lego, the Skywalker Saga was just kind of on the back burner. Yeah, whatever. I'd probably end up playing it. But after the trailer, with the music, seeing the Saga, it's definitely kicked it into gear. My excitement way higher. Seeing the like first person elements and some of those levels that you're going to be playing. Yeah, it looks great, man. Looks great. But anyway, I appreciate that, Dylan. I dig it. And Bearded Emperor coming in with the final super chat and channel support of the stream before I jet and probably go to bed pretty early tonight. I've been up since 4:45, as you know, and sometimes I'm fine, sometimes it takes its toll. And today, it has taken its toll. Bearded says, Mecha Luke versus 1000 Palpatines, we need this, LOL. Yeah, let me pull up my, my Mecha Luke Part 2 script ideas. Nothing's like concrete. I like the Mecha Luke versus 1000 Palpatines, incorporating some Rise of Skywalker in there, or 1000 Snokes. What if he's cloned 1000 Snokes? So I have the idea for Mecha Luke Part 2. There's a few things written down here. I'll read a couple. One idea. Oh, these don't really make sense. Well, one idea is Mecha Luke goes back in time to kill baby Anakin. Okay. Might do that. That's kind of a fun one. I think that's probably what I'll start it off with. Mecha Luke stares intently at the twin suns and creates a third sun. Mecha Luke is so powerful, he goes into a different movie. Yeah, that's all I'll read. There's some fun, stupid ideas in there. Mecha Luke pulls down 1000 Star Destroyers, Elijah. But, Bearded. Yeah, I need to kick this thing into gear, right? Need to make this stupid video. People take it way too serious. That's the part that I love, man. Like, did he really think this is what we wanted? No. It's photoshopped Luke Skywalker in 1990s action figure mech armor. Do you really think this is what I thought you wanted? Oh, I love it. I love it. Anyway. I love it. I love it. And Oscar Rodriguez coming in with the official final super chat before I jet. Oscar says, got rid of my Star Wars DVDs. Feel sad and relief. Interesting. Well, yeah, kept the Blu-rays though. Yeah, I'm not one to like get all collecty. Is that a word? Collecty? Or like nostalgic for a lot of physical things that I have, especially movies. I in terms of the releases that I own of Star Wars, I think the ones that I would feel completely fine like departing with would be the DVDs that I have. You know, I have the 2004 release. I have the silver box set. What was that? 2006? Star Wars DVD silver box. How is that not the first thing that pops up? Widescreen edition bonus DVD, or is this the 2004? Whatever this is one that I have. Yeah, 2004. So I have this one. I have there's a gold one too, right? That I think I have. DVDs. Yeah, in terms of ones that I could probably part with and be fine with, the DVDs would be it. I love my VHS tapes. I'll probably never put them in a player again, but I love them as kind of like a little time capsule, right? I love my Blu-rays too, just because it was literally the first like HD movie that I ever watched was A New Hope when I got the Blu-rays. You know, you guys have probably heard the story before. Was on deployment, found out that they were coming out with the Star Wars Blu-rays, got super excited. Whenever we pulled into port and I had my laptop with me, I would find some internet while me and my buddies grabbed a beer, and I would look up the latest news. Yeah, I ended up buying a PS3 and HD TV just to watch Star Wars on Blu-ray. And yeah, I love the cover art. I love the box. It's great. It's beautiful, despite all the changes. But yeah. Decluttering everything I have feels dead weight taken off my shoulders, and it feels so good. Yeah, there's no like Oscar. I'm very similar in that kind of perspective. I don't feel unless it's like stuff that I've done, or you know, things that I've gotten from places like I actually have seashells that I got from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, man, when I was there. I have them in my Navy box. I have a huge Navy crate. So stuff like that, right? I'll never get rid of that. That's different, though, than, like, physical things that I've purchased. Things like stuff, like the blanket that my daughter was wrapped in the day she was born at the hospital, right? Stuff like that I'll never get rid of. It'll end up in a landfill when I'm dead. But yeah, I have no attachment to like that kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. It does feel like when you get rid of some certain stuff like that, it does feel like a weight, you know. You don't miss it. You think you're gonna miss it. You think you're gonna miss the stuff. I don't miss it. When I declutter, sell things, leave things out on the side of the, not the highway, the side of the road in front of my house. I don't miss it. Oh, I'm going to miss this table that I had for 6 years. I'm not going to give a shit. I'm not going to think about that table as soon as it leaves my house. But yeah. Anyway, guys. I appreciate that, Oscar. So, all right, guys. That was an hour and 15 minutes. It was a good hang. So... what is tomorrow? Friday. I will probably end up doing an afternoon stream tomorrow afternoon. And if I do, it will be... I'm kind of in the mood to play some The Old Republic. I haven't played that in about a week. I was into it for like an entire week, and now now I haven't played it in a week, and I'm kind of gearing up. I'm missing it. I want to run back into my Jedi Knight character that I started. So, anyway. All right, guys, it's time for me to jet. So, to everybody who supported the channel through Super Chats this evening, I greatly appreciate it. To everybody who just hung out in the chat and expected this entire conversation to just be about Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, and Squadrons. These streams never stay on topic, and I like it that way. If you expected that, I apologize. But welcome to the HelloGreedo live stream community. We talk about food, we talk about everything, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. But, alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow's stream will be the Old Republic. I actually have a video scheduled to come out tomorrow at like 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's actually just it's my 3 most hated Star Wars changes, and the reason that I made that video is because somebody actually asked me on a live stream maybe a month ago, and I wrote the idea down. It's not like a crazy idea, right? It's an obvious idea for a video. But I figured, why not? I'll throw it out there. I never get sick of talking about it. So, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all. Did I just burp on a live stream? I apologize if you heard that. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya, guys.